A passport is perhaps the most powerful identity document an Indian citizen can hold. It is issued by the Government of India, requires verification, and allows you to travel across international borders. But a recent Ministry of External Affairs clarification has created a legal paradox. A passport is issued to only Indian citizens, yet a passport alone is not considered conclusive proof of Indian citizenship. So, what exactly does a passport prove? Does it prove that you are an Indian citizen? Or does it only prove that the government has accepted your identity and allowed you to travel? Welcome to The Print. I am Ruchi Bhattar, here to tell you more about this question that has resurfaced after a clarification from the MEA stating that a passport is not a standalone legal proof of citizenship, but only an official document issued to facilitate international travel and verify identity, stirring a debate and a confusion. Coming with announcements regarding modernized chip based e passports, the ministry's clarification on the occasion of Passport Seva Divas, observed on June 24th, to commemorate the enactment of the Passports Act in 1967. This MEA statement becomes more granular and paradoxical in the light of the government's Press Information Bureau PIB release on the National Register of Citizens NRC query on December 20, 2019, where it said that citizenship can be proved by submitting any documents related to date of birth and place of birth. However, a decision is yet to be taken on such acceptable documents. This brings Indians to a question: which document can conclusively prove Indian citizenship? The answer is more complicated than a card or a number, as Indian citizenship isn't from any singular document or guaranteed by a particular one. For this answer, let's turn to the Constitution of India and the Citizenship Act 1955. Importantly, under the citizenship law, a person is an Indian by birth if born in the country on or after January 26, 1950, but before July 1st, 1987. A person born after July 87 can claim citizenship if at least one parent is or was a citizen. A person born on or after 3rd of December 2004 can claim citizenship by birth only if both parents are Indians, or if one parent is a citizen and the other is not an illegal immigrant at the time of birth. The 1955 Act of Citizenship defines exactly how an individual acquires or proves their status through five distinct pathways: birth, descent, registration, naturalization, or the incorporation of territory. Based on a date of birth, a person can claim citizenship on the basis of jus soli, right of the soil, though this rule has been progressively tightened to prevent illegal migration. The descent pathway applies to individuals born outside of India to Indian parents or the right of blood. For example, a child born abroad on or after December 3rd, 2004 must have its birth registered at an Indian consulate within a year. Registration is available to persons of Indian origin, PIO, or individuals married to Indian citizens who meet specific residency and application requirements. Naturalization, however, allows foreign nationals who meet residency requirements, like residing in India for 12 years, to fulfill the qualifications of the third schedule to become citizens. If a new territory becomes a part of India, the central government specifies which of its residents will be recognized as Indian citizens. Now, let's look at what documents are not conclusive to prove citizenship in India. First, Aadhaar card. During the challenge of the Special Intensive Revision SIR of the Bihar electoral rolls, the Supreme Court ruled that an Aadhaar card was just a proof of identity and not a conclusive proof of citizenship in India. A bench of Chief Justice of India, Suryakant, and Justice Joy Malia Bagchi also said that the use of Aadhaar while filing claims and objections would strictly be as proof of identity and not as evidence of Indian citizenship. Moreover, any individual who has resided in India for a period or periods amounting to 182 days or more in the 12 months immediately preceding the application date is eligible for an Aadhaar, thus negating its criteria for citizenship. About the voter ID card, primarily an identity and residence document with a specific defined purpose of exercising one's right to vote, the voter ID card has long been out of the race to prove citizenship. PAN card. Similar to voter ID card, the permanent account number is a financial and tax identifier document issued by the Income Tax Department to any entity paying taxes in India, including foreign nationals, non-residential individuals or NRIs, and foreign corporations. Multiple judgments by various judicial courts have ruled that mere possession of documents like a voter ID, Aadhaar, or PAN card does not automatically confer Indian citizenship and that they hold zero legal weight regarding nationality. Yes, these are identity documents for availing services, but cannot override the foundational rules set by the Citizenship Act of 1955. Passports are issued only to Indians but aren't conclusive proof of Indian citizenship. Then what can a passport do? In India, passports are given after rigorous verification by the police, and government relies heavily on local police checks to ensure national security, verifying the applicant's physical identity and address and checking for disqualifying criminal records. The compounded question now is between identity and citizenship. Under the Passports Act of 1967, a passport authority under its Section 5 issues a passport only after the considering of application and making such inquiry as it deems necessary. Section 6, Clause 2A also requires the authority to refuse a passport if the applicant is not a citizen of India, making passport issuance subject to state's satisfaction about the citizenship of the applicant. Therefore, if a person has received a passport, it means that the Indian government is satisfied with their citizenship in India. However, this person now cannot use this passport to prove their citizenship, making the situation paradoxical. A passport now evidences citizenship, yet isn't conclusive proof of it. Importantly, the MEA and its subordinate passport issuing authorities or PIAs hold the legal authority to cancel, impound, or revoke Indian passports. However, they cannot do so arbitrarily. This authority is strictly governed by the Passport Acts 1967 of India. Thank you so much for watching.